Hey y'all, I'm back with the next update from the director and creator of inZOI, Kjun. Just as he promised us last week, he's posted on his Kjun's Concerns channel on the inZOI Discord an incredible new bit of information on one of the key elements of the game, and we're gonna go over it today. First, for a bit of backstory, back on June 14th of this year, Kjun asked the community directly, how long should one day be for inZOI? Or, in other words, how many real-life minutes should one in-game day take? Kjun shared with us then his frustration with not being able to complete everything his ZOI needed to do in the morning and still make it to work in time. And that's even with taking the subway to work, which saves on travel time. He felt everything was too rushed and he couldn't enjoy the game fully. And that was initially with a 43-minute day. That is 43 real-life minutes to complete one in-game day. His solution then was to increase the in-game day to last 96 real-life minutes. However, he was very concerned that some players might not like such a slow progression for a life simulation game. After all, everyone coming from The Sims are used to a quick-paced 24-minute day. I actually talked about this and how I personally feel about a quick-paced Sims day in this video if you want to check that out as well. But going back to Kjun's concern, he presented to us this question. I want to know what you guys think. Is 96 minutes for one day simply too long? Will we need something faster than 5 times speed? Or better yet, is there a brilliant solution to this problem that we were not able to think of? All of your ideas are welcome. And well, at that time, as by this point I'm sure you can guess, the community wanted primarily, well, all of the above. They wanted the option to choose the length of day, whether that be 48 minutes or 96 minutes, or something in between. Kjun responded then that, well, that seemed to be the best solution to satisfy all players. Let them choose their own pace in the game. Some like the challenge of a fast-paced game, while others want to relax and enjoy every little detail with time to spare. However, how would the dev team implement this? Would it be easy to do? Well, no, not easy at all actually. He let us know then that giving this freedom to change time like this would actually be a really difficult balancing act with all the other elements in the game. But they were willing to take on the challenge in order to cater to us and our desires for the perfect game. Well, I mean, as close to perfect as we can get, right? So this brings us finally to today. Kjun posted the following. During our influencer playtest in August, one major critique was that the game felt too slow, even with our 5 times max speed. The issue was especially noticeable when the ZOI was sleeping, leaving players feeling stuck with nothing to do. To address this issue, we implemented 2 new features. One of them, a collaboration with our Discord community, lets players choose how much real time it takes for one inZOI day to pass. The default setting is 96 minutes, but we now offer 4 additional options to cater to a variety of playstyles. Guys, take a look at the options. Are you even kidding me? I honestly thought they'd give us at most 3 options. You know, the 48-minute day, the 96-minute day, and at most something in the middle of those 2. But no, they gave us so many options, including the typical 24-minute day like in The Sims. And a real-life 24-hour day. Talk about realism. This is awesome. I can't even imagine the work this was to implement. And yeah, he says they've implemented it, so I imagine they're going through their quality testing, finding all the bugs that I'm sure something this tricky would be causing. Again, this is just amazing so far. So continuing on with his post, he says, we also increased our maximum game speed from 5 times to 10 times, giving players the ability to make time go even faster. To ensure stability at these higher speeds, your WASD controls are disabled and free will is automatically turned on when set to above 5 times. Simulating the game at 10x currently places a significant strain on performance, but we are working to solve this issue. I'm guessing if your computer is not like very high tier spec wise, just don't go 10x would be my suggestion. Another requested feature was the ability to skip the time their Zoe spends sleeping and jump back into gameplay when it wakes up. Unfortunately, we couldn't provide this due to our fundamental design. inZOI operates on a real mechanical clock, constantly simulating every Zoe in the city in real time. Skipping time for one Zoe would require us to create fake outcomes for every Zoe in the city for those lost hours. This is so true. So he's mentioned before how we have, for lack of a better term, story progression. All Zoes alive in your city each have their own individual life they are living. They're interacting with other Zoes they come across and creating memories. So fast forwarding 5x, 10x for your Zoe will affect all Zoes living in the city. So again, it's very tricky and a balancing act. Continuing on, providing players with a real simulation is very important for us, as we believe it leads to far more immersive outcomes than anything that can be pre-written. For this reason, we decided this was a compromise we couldn't make. However, with our new additions, setting the length of one day to 24 minutes and running the game at 10x speed will take you exactly 48 seconds for your Zoe to get an 8-hour sleep. After hearing about our updates, are there other ways we could address this speed issue, or do you feel we've covered all the bases? As always, we're eager to hear your creative input to help make the game better. Oh man, I've said it so many times, but I think it deserves to be said. What a breath of fresh air to actually be heard by a developer. We've asked for this, and they not only gave it to us, but they over-delivered, don't you think? So the responses so far from the community have been super positive for this update. We've seen a few requests to be able to control the length of each phase of life, and also adding a setting where you can disable aging for either a particular Zoe or just all Zoes in general. Though, I kinda like the idea of both options. You can create your own occults that never age, while everyone around you do age. I mean, that's kind of a cool idea. Another point brought up by a few members so far is the time spent while sleeping. Kjun mentioned if you had everything at max speeds, that is if you had the game set to a 24-minute day and you went 10x speed while sleeping, it would only take you 48 seconds to get a full 8-hour sleep, which to me sounds perfectly reasonable. However, someone made a very good point, which I hadn't thought of, which is if you were playing on a 96-minute day, it would be roughly a little over 3 minutes, I think, to sleep 8 hours, which that could be a bit long. So even though Kjun said he couldn't make the compromise of skipping time for one Zoe, since it would affect all the Zoes, community members are asking for some way to speed up that time. One suggestion was if you were playing on a 96-minute day, that you can select an option for it to automatically switch to the 24-minute day when your Zoe falls asleep. Then it would switch back to whatever option you had previously when they wake up. This way, your sleep only takes the 48 seconds, regardless of what option you're playing on. So, well, we're asking for a lot. Just warning you, there's gonna be growing pains. We need to be ready for that and have some patience with the development team as they give us, well, everything we're asking for and more. And things are becoming way more complicated than what they anticipated, I'm pretty sure. They definitely have their hands full. They also have so many other things to worry about, like the actual gameplay. I'm talking relationships, more interactions, a lot more animations, some of which are currently missing. And yeah, again, I'm gonna keep saying it so we don't forget, we're looking at the foundations of this game. Come March, when we hopefully have early access to play and find all the bugs and what is lacking, we'll provide feedback and it'll be a constant loop like that. And it just will continue that way and they'll make the game better and better. Baby steps. Let me know in the comments section what you think on this topic. I'll have the link to the Discord in the description box as well. And hey, please don't forget to hit the like button, share and subscribe to the channel if you'd like to join this lovely community, 'cause we all nice here. And if we have any follow-ups to this topic, I'll let you guys know for sure. See you soon, friend. As always, enjoy!